Hi, I'm Josh.
I'm Ollie.
Et je suis Armand et je suis ici pour leur apprendre le français.
Alors,
He actually
Oh la
speaks French.
nous sommes ici. Yeah, yes, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Why is that open?
Arrivé, oh français.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Now we're ready.
Oh, that is a strong smelling cheese.
Welcome, Armand.
Hang on a second. I'm on here. I mean, confusingly, it's been on Creatings from quite a lot as a British high schooler, but you are, as far as I'm aware, both British and French.
My two parents are French, but I was born here. And I've always been in the English
And you now have a
education
British
system.
passport as well.
I now do.
But do you feel more English or more French?
Oh wow, getting deep now.
Blood, I feel French, and like in terms of family, I feel really French. But then in terms of the person I am, I think I'm slightly more English. I've got like an identity crisis because of that.
Wow.
I relate to that.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad.
Yeah. Well, wait, as soon as you asked that, I was like, oh yeah, great. Ask
This is dumb.
ask
This
the
is like-
TCK about their national identity.
Wearing a beret. We've done this because we recently done a French series, right?
We went to Paris.
And you were texting me after we uploaded every episode being like, how dare
French
you,
is horrible.
basically, how dare you.
French is horrible.
This is a disaster.
Yeah.
And then at some point you were like, I could teach you.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, fine.
Ollie obviously makes a strong effort.
That's true. I like the effort.
Je m'appelle.
I like the effort. Like I'd say first thing is, right?
Yeah.
45% of English words have like French, Latin origin. That's because of 1066, William the Conqueror and everything.
Ooh la la.
That's another thing I wanted to say. Clarification.
Sacre bleu.
Exactly, the two, look, the two ones on my list.
Wait,
Two
what? You wrote those down?
clarifications. Since I watched the series.
Never said.
Yeah, I watched the series. Sacre bleu is never said by any French person.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say except
No
you,
French
Ollie.
person says sacre bleu. I don't even know what it means.
What does it mean?
I don't even know what it means.
Sacred blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which means nothing.
Okay.
They never say that.
Weird thing to say.
Okay.
And also, ooh la la. Every English person thinks that French people say ooh la la. We don't say ooh la la. We say ah la la,
Ah la
ah la la,
Ah la la.
or oh la la.
Oh la la.
Not ooh la la.
Yeah,
Ooh la la
okay.
sounds too like
What about
romantic.
ah la lo?
No, not.
Oh lo lu.
Listen. Listen.
I'm going to need some wine.
La la.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. That's never said.
Rien.
Yeah.
What does Réam mean?
Never.
Nothing.
Nothing. Means nothing. Yeah.
This is going to be a long French lesson.
Enchanté. Et santé.
Santé. Enchanté et santé.
Oh, it's midday somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's midday here.
No, we're just before lunch. C'est l'heure de l'apéritif. You'll be in the living room
Okay,
for the apéritif.
yeah.
Then you move to the dining room for l'entrée, le plat principal, le fromage et le dessert. And then that's done for dinner. And then you go back to the living room,
Yeah.
le salon,
Le salon.
to have your digestif.
Le Reni.
And so actually digestif would be...
Le Pepto Bismol.
Oh dear Lord.
Okay, all right, okay.
So I'm going to teach you some French.
Yes.
Sur la table.
Yes.
Have a go at saying these words.
Okay,
You ready?
okay.
Yeah.
This one.
Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse.
What do you think it means?
Grapefruit.
Yes!
Yeah, I heard that.
I feel like he said that in France. I mean, that's a fun word. Pamplemousse.
No.
Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse.
What are you doing with your tongue?
No, that's how you say it, right? How would you say it?
You said pamplemousse.
Ah, pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse.
There you go.
That's even better.
That is even better.
Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse. What about this word?
That definitely looks like Voldemort.
No.
Vachement.
Ready? 3?
Well, no, I mean, was Josh correct?
Absolutely not.
I feel like I have the least knowledge.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll go
that's
first, and then you can try and correct me.
In the words of Napoleon, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake.
I think you mean Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Damn it. He just fooled me again. Sacre bleu. All right. Vachement.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Vachement.
Use vachement for very. Le vin est vachement bon.
Okay.
It's really good.
Very good. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like as
Vachement.
good as a
It's
cow.
cowly good.
What is cowly? What does that mean?
Like
Nothing.
like a
But
cow.
This is a translation.
Okay.
Okay, this word.
Prut. Prut.
Prut.
Prout. Prout.
Prut.
Prut.
Does that mean prude?
It means fart.
Fart.
So we've been having a
Why
go.
is that funny? Why is it funny?
It is funny.
Learning the word for fart in other languages.
I've never
is just
seen
funny.
Armand happier than I'm doing right now. He just made me say fart over and over again.
You know what it is in Korean? Bangu.
Bangu.
Yeah. Bangu.
Korean fart.
It's surprisingly similar to English as well.
Fart.
Well, I'm so glad we got you in because this is essential stuff.
Now you know what to do if you're lost in Paris.
Exactly.
What?
Excusez-moi, je voudrais un prut.
Et un pamplemousse.
I need a fart and a grapefruit. Okay.
This is the last one.
Boff.
Yeah, boff.
This is slang, right? Boff.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
You're saying is that if like you don't really care. Let's use the example of the wine. How's the wine? Boff. It's not that good. It's okay.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Comme ci, comme ça. But we don't really use comme ci, comme ça.
Okay.
I remember saying that in French lesson a lot.
So many English people when I was in French class.
It's because in our French oral exam, you could basically answer any question with comme ci, comme ça. So you get to a point where you're like, I've got no idea what they're saying. And they're like, comme ci, comme ça. And then they're like, oh! I got an A in French.
No way.
GCSE.
No way.
I was predicted a D by Miss Scooty, who did not like me because I started the nickname the Scud Missile.
Wow! If she's watching, do you want to apologise now?
I do.
This
Miss
is your
Scooty?
chance in French.
Madame Scoudi.
Madame Scooty,
Je suis
je suis
sincèrement
sincèrement
désolé.
désolé. And how do you say, but you predicted me a D and I got an A?
Let's use this one. This one's gonna be a carnage.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
Abracadabrantesque.
Abracadabrantesque.
It means preposterous, like exaggerative.
Oh.
Abracadabrantesque.
Abracadabrantesque.
That's an awesome word.
That's
It's
a
a
fun
cool
word
word.
as well.
That is awesome.
It's a cool word.
Abracadabrantesque.
Yeah, obviously I can do an impression of French without speaking French. Like,
Okay.
Hang on.
What's the voice? What's the voice though?
It's French. It's French. But what does English sound like?
So they would. The stereotype is the posh English.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that kind of noise.
Exactly. Very
Okay.
good. Yeah, exactly. Roast beef.
It's like you're trying to push out a prut.
I'm glad I taught you that word.
Yeah,
I
me
am
too,
not
me
glad.
too.
I am
Super
not.
glad. Are there any like key phrases that you think would really help us getting by? Like I can say like je m'appelle Ollie.
Yeah.
Je voudrais un prouté.
Yeah.
Est-ce que vous avez?
So this is the thing, right? You go to Paris and now what will happen often is that you'll have English people that try and speak French and they try and make it really long, right? And show off their skills. Whereas a French person would just go, un croissant s'il vous plaît.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah, because we wouldn't go into
Simple.
Greg's and be like, please,
Yeah,
may
but
you
no,
avail
do not compare a French boulangerie to Greg's. Please do not do that. That was a key mistake.
Yeah.
All right.
So hang on. Okay. So if someone's visiting France for the first time,
Yeah.
they're going to go to Paris.
Yeah.
Where else would you recommend they go?
I think that they should. I'm slightly. Oh my gosh.
What?
Just ripping the cheese off.
What?
Yeah, that's
We
what I
don't
did
have a
earlier.
knife.
We do actually. It's
Oh,
right
we
here.
do have a knife.
Can you not rip cheese? No, is that not how it's
Oh,
done?
you actually have rules on how you can cut it. You would never like
Cut
cut the top. You've always got to take a bit and keep it diagonal. So doing this would be a sacrilege.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
this is bad.
Sacrilege. Okay. No.
What basically you don't want is the last person to end up with all of this.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
With all
So it's a courtesy.
Exactly. Camembert is easy. That
What? You just cut it like a pizza?
like a pizza.
Okay.
Nice.
Excellent.
All right, well, we should probably wrap this up, huh? I definitely feel ready.
I feel like the
to
only
go
thing
back.
I learned is pamplemousse and fruit.
That could probably get you out of a couple of scrapes.
Oh yeah, and made them laugh.
Congratulations, everyone watching. You are now fluent in French.
Fluent in France.
He said fluent in France.
Oh dear Lord.
Thanks, Armand.
No problem at all.
Is there anything you want to say to people watching who are thinking of going to France?
I think that also just bear in mind that there's so much more to France than just Paris. And actually, like, French people are nice.
Okay.
We are.
Yeah, well, you're pretty nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You find so? Oh, that's kind. Thank you.
Well, look, maybe when you're back from uni, you could take us on a tour.
Yeah.
Outside of Paris.
I'd take you on a tour of Brittany, which is my home.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
Well, let us know if you want to see that in the comments.
Should we do that outro in French?
Oh,
okay. How do we do that?
What do you want to say in English?
See you jolly soon.
See you jolly soon.
Jolie?
Yeah.
It's like pretty.
Okay.
Good looking.
Well, like
Jolie. So maybe if we translate it, we could say that it means pretty.
Yeah, okay. So être joli vite.
À jolie vite.
À joli vite.
À jolie vite.
Okay, but it isn't French. I'm sorry to all the French people who will get very annoyed.
Yeah. To conclude our French lesson.
À jolie vite.
À joli vite.
À jolie vite.
Not French.
This is absolute carnage. Sacrilege.
Sacrilège.